Hi, my name is Erica from Orange Slice Adventures, and I recently got back from Badlands National Park. So I'm putting together a little video just to show what I got into while I was there and some other recommendations of things to do. So this is the east entrance that we came in, and we arrived right around dawn. I understand that this is the best time or sunset to come to Badlands National Park. The reason why is because if you want to get those like quintessential pictures where you can really see like the vibrant rings of the Badlands, you don't want to come when the sun is shining full on. It also, I'm not sure if it helped or not, but it did rain. As you can see, there's a lot of clouds. It did rain the night before, so that left it a little bit more cloudy. It might have been better without the rain. So this is shortly after you come in the eastern entrance. And then there's this large parking lot here. It is probably like 6 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday in June, so not too crowded right now. So we walked all the way down to the left of the sign back there, and this walkway takes you around this cluster of the Badlands. In the days when Oreadons walked this land, the rock layer before you was not rock, but the muddy bottom of a stream bed. Over time, those sediments hardened into the thick, horizontal, grayish-red band that you see here. It's absolutely stunning, and walking out here, you feel like you're on a different planet. So the trail leads to a platform where you can capture these shots or take a selfie of yourself. And then there are other trails in the area nearby that are kind of more of, it's not like a boardwalk, it's just more random. So there is a trail here where you can follow these yellow sticks, but it's kind of muddy, and we are traveling by RV, and so we're not going to track all that into our van. And this is the 2003 Rialta HD named Janice. She is a 22-foot camper van, and as you can see, she fits perfectly in a parking spot. There were some other trails back where we were, but we decided to move on. It's still early in the morning, so no crowds at this next stop. Next, we're going to do the Cliff Shelf Nature Trail. This loop rises 300 feet to a dramatic view of the White River Valley. From this elevation, you also see the flat-topped Eagle Butte 25 miles to the south. Humans have used the cliff shelf for more than 11,000 years. 50 plant species and 100 bird species have been identified in this small area. Part of this trail is accessible. All right, so we made it to the top here. And yeah, lots of stairs, but a very lovely view. So we're taking the trail down, and we have this. We got a lot of rain last night, and it looks kind of cool how the water is pooled up around these trees. The Badlands have plenty of stunning views that you can see right from your vehicle. Here we are just driving a little bit further into the park, making our way to the Fossil Trail. The light was hitting just right where you can see the rings really well here, and we definitely enjoyed that. It is June 3rd, maybe, I think it's probably close to 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning at Badlands National Park. Absolutely stunning. So this is Fossil Trail that we're on here, and it has these plaques that talk about the different species that used to live here back, you know, however long ago, because apparently these rocks have been around for like 24 to 34 million years or something like that. So yeah, long time. So apparently it used to be warm here and alligators used to live here. Alligators are now around 14 feet long, but they used to only be 6.5 feet long. And then this one talks about horses, and apparently there was like 3-toed horses. Here's a map showing you where the fossil exhibit trail is. And then next we are headed to the gift shop that is really close to the visitor center by the northeast entrance. So here you can see the gift shop. There are all sorts of items. They also have umbrellas available if it does happen to be raining while you're here. And then they have like a snack area where you can get drinks and snacks. Continuing on down the road, more prettiness as we are driving through, and then we decided to stop at Panorama Point Overlook. Here we are at Burns Basin Overlook. There are a bunch of overlooks along the Badlands Loop Road, so I'm sure that all of them are beautiful. We just stopped at the ones that are on the south side of the road just because I felt like those were going to have more views of the Badlands, whereas the ones on the north side of the roads were labeled like Prairie Overlook and stuff like that. Another lovely surprise that we had was seeing this bighorn sheep along the side of the road. That was super duper cool. There was a man pulled over taking photos, and so we knew to stop and check her out, him or her out. So here I'm at the Yellow Mounds Overlook, and yeah, this is super cool. Yellow Mounds Overlook was definitely my favorite of all of the overlooks. All of the colors that you can see is just absolutely stunning. And then as you drive away, you can see a little bit more of this going on as well. So definitely, if you're gonna stop at any of the overlooks, you absolutely have to stop at Yellow Mounds. It's just incredible. At the Pinnacles Overlook. The Pinnacles Overlook is very close to the Pinnacles entrance, which is the closest entrance that is just south of the town of Wall, South Dakota. We saw this gorgeous bison on our way out of the park. That was a nice little treat as well. This is at the Pinnacle entrance. They're just kind of hanging out. There's a few more off in the pasture on the other side, but we're leaving and we got a nice little treat to see this guy. One thing we did not do while we were in Badlands National Park was the Notch Trail. This seems to be the most popular and most recommended thing to do. I would imagine that there could be some lines and stuff like that during high seasons or high times of the day. So if we weren't traveling without dogs, or if we had more time, we definitely would have done this. It looks like a lot of fun. So please, thank you so much for watching my video on Badlands National Park.